I'm Jerry Eisterhold, the proprietor of TerraVox Vineyards, and we're here at bud break. Bud break is when the grapes come out of their hibernation over the winter, and we set the stage for what's going to happen in the coming year. Because out of each of these little buds, there's a single stem, a single cell, a meristem, that lays down all of the cells of the shoot and the fruit and the flowers, the whole ball of wax that will fill up this whole space over the growing season. And what we want to do is wait until after winter, because sometimes these things die off and not everything is viable. So we leave extra and then come back at this time in the spring and get down to sort of fighting strength, if you will. So for these, we're going to want to leave buds about yay far apart all along here, so take out where we have extra. But you'll notice that even on the same vine, some of these are way ahead of others. So every plant will kind of have its own personality, and this is one of the things that we're keeping track of from year to year to see how they respond to, the changing weather, the changing climate. Some of them will sprout earlier in the spring and be susceptible to frost, and some of them will sprout later. And the patterns are just something that we're still figuring out. So each of these buds that are coming out, and you'll see these have a slightly red tint, which is means that they have some Labrusca, which is one of the grape genuses in their lineage. If you look around, you'll see different sort of shades of color and different kind of vine characteristics. So that's a product of all the different strains of grapes that we are experimenting with up here. Yeah, bud break for us emotionally is kind of like spring training. It's like, every season has promise. And then sometimes, your prospects don't work out. Like occasionally you'll have a winter kill, depending on how cold it gets, and these vines all have different degrees of hardiness in that regard. And sometimes they just die, and we don't know why. So there's a constant renewal that has to occur in the vineyard to compensate for those things. But just seeing that they're actually growing, kind of gives you hope for the future.